gentlemen, here we are once again in the Room L'Orange. And it's Gibson Day. I got the Red Lester deployed. Over the weekend, Dylan deployed his Bonham-sized drums. So we've been rocking out with a variety of Zeppelin riffs to the extent that our memory remembers them. To the extent of our memory remembering them. Right? Am I right or am I right? Let's see if we get, there we go. There we get some people. We got Jim. We got Jim Kahn. We got Steve Karras. What's going on out there, Steve? Y'all out there a rocking and a ruling, pushing and a shiving. Hello from LA, says Leland. Hey, Paul, what's happening? Should we do that? We're going to have fun with this riff. I don't know how much I'll remember it, but we'll do some various representation of this jam. That's a fun little riff to mess around with, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, one of his legs is messed up. That's why my little Tweed amp here. It's got it's a deluxe, the Tweed Deluxe that my buddy Tim Yarnig made for me. It's got a huge magnet on the speaker, so it's pretty heavy. So we put that in front of the kick drum so it wouldn't move. But yet, it's still moving. So anyways, for those wondering what those little chords are in that weird section, it goes F minor. And I'm going through my Koch amplifier here, so everything you hear is on board. So I'm hitting the harmonic vibrato there. I'm going F minor, B diminished, C minor, 7, C sharp diminished, D minor 7. It's going D minor 7, A minor 7, G minor 7. I like those. This is actually a Wildwood Spec 57 Les Paul featherweight. So it's really light, and it's got this cool sweet cherry is the color. Sweet, sweet cherry. And you see a little bit of flame. It's a beautiful guitar, nice and light, but we've got this, although I have to say, the Wildwood spec pickups they put in their Les Pauls are awesome, but I've been a fan of these Fishman pickups that I help voice, these Fluence classic humbuckers. These are the open core, and that's what I have on this guitar. It just sounds delicious. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Will you dig it? Can you dig it? All right, questions out there in the movie land. I am getting comments in from all the different portals that we're broadcasting from right now, from my Greg Koch YouTube page, from the Wildwood YouTube page, as well as Wildwood's Facebook page and my Greg Koch Music Music Facebook page. Oh, doggone screen. Don't go dark on me. Dylan's drumming is very tasteful. Was he classically trained? No. He was trained in the ways of the jazz musics, though. In the ways of jazz music. When will you be back in New Hampshire? Boy, that's an excellent question. It'll be nice to be anywhere except for this room. We'll see what happens as things open up. How's Toby doing? He's doing great. We're hoping to get together to play with him soon. Do you have a cover for the new KMT album? I'd love to work on it for you guys. Well, Steve, unfortunately, that's the realm of the label. The label does that, and then other than that, my wifey does all of our artwork. If we do it our own, she does it. When she does a good job, she does an excellent job. She has very secret, savage skills. But when you're on the label, if they're releasing it, they have say-so in the art. But I appreciate the offer. I'm sure it would be epic. It's said that Edward Van Halen recorded some song using Les Paul and Ibanez Destroyer. Any chance of hearing you playing some Van Halen stuff? By the way, as a humbucker pickup, you should. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. You know what? I don't really know any Halen, to be honest with you. I think I'm the only guy of my age group that didn't learn Eruption, but that's primarily why I didn't learn it. What? Running with the Davy L. Finally, a song I could teach to Greg. Yes, a song you could teach me that. Want to see and hear the new 2020 ES335 64 reissue. Do you have them yet? I think they have them at Wildwood, but I'm not there right now, so I can't. But I think hopefully I'll be able to go out there soon to start resuming the vids. But for now, I'm at home in Wisconsin. So there's talk of them sending me some of the guitars that I can grab and mutilate. And hopefully some of these new ones will be as part of that equation. Andrew Brown says, hey, Greg, is that your son? It is. It's my son Dylan on drums back there. We're sequestered together. Sequestered together. Sometimes we just have Dylan start with a beat and then I start playing something. We're going to do that right now. Yeah, can you dig it? getting your love, do getting it love. I never knew the words of that damn song. What are you gonna do? Sounds good. This guitar sound magnifico, and it's nice and light all day and all night. What amp and or drive tones? Asked Dave Hurley. Dave Hurley! There are words, but does it really matter at some point? I'm using my signature Koch amplifier, the Greg, which you can see back here, and everything you're hearing is right on board the amp. The overdrive boost, the OD boost on top of that, the harmonic vibrato that's on board here, which sounds magnifico. Right? Sounds delicious. The Ludwig sounds nice too, doesn't it, Patrick? Yeah. What type of finger do you use? Well, that's dirty. Hey, Greg and Wildwood dudes, will there ever be a Sunburst Myrtle version of Greg's guitar? That's an excellent question. I'm sure there will be. Can you dig it? There isn't one on the docket yet, but that's an excellent question. I think it might be fun to do a nice Sunburst bound version with a Pau Ferro neck. You know what I'm saying? Like a early 60s custom, tele-custom type of a thing. Can you do? Do you know how to shred? Nah. No. Will there be another organ trio recording? The correct answer is yes. Well, of course, Hunter. Yes. There's another one damn near done. We just have to do a couple more overdubbies. Although most of it's just live, but there are a couple of dubs that need to be done, and then we're going to get that rascal out. We were going to finish it in March, but then COVID-19 took over. COVID-19 said no way. COVID-19 said no way, Hunter. So we had to say, you know what, we got to wait. We got to wait to unleash the trio record. Where did you buy your hat, says Dick Betty. Oh, Dick Betty, bam-a-lam, whoa, Dick Betty, bam-a-lam, I got my hat, bam-a-lam, GregKoch.com. Gristle beanies are available there. You can go and you will not despair. Whoa, Dick Betty, whoa, Dick Betty. Sorry, I'm sorry, how many times have you heard that? Probably as many times have I heard, what kind of strings do you use? How many drum sets does Dylan own? I'm going to go with 3?
Yeah, I got 3 right now.
3 right now. What is the first song you wrote and recorded? I'm going to say the 265 song. That one. Ooh. NYXL 10 through 46, you are correct. And the your prize goes to Patrick McManus, ladies and gentlemen. I'm jamming along with you guys. Excellent, Jeffrey. Turn it up. What's the most diabolical tonus you've ever heard? Well, I think you knowest. You knowest of which I speak. Greg, what is your opinion on the Line 6 HX Stomp? You know, I have not had a chance to mess with one, but you know, they make good stuff. I've had some Line 6 stuff over the years, and it has always served me correctly. Back in the day, I think everyone had a pod. Am I right? Any chance of you making it to Oregon so I can see you perform live? I certainly hope so. What strings on your acoustic? Asked Peter. I usually just use the Diodario light set, the phosphor bronze, although I'm using currently on my 00028 that I've been doing the videos with, There's I'm beta testing some strings from Diodario. They're fantastic. I don't know what they are. I don't know what secret butter is used in their creation, but they sound good. Can you dig it? On the next album, how about making Dylan's find a little hotter in the mix? Well, we could certainly do that, Dave. What age was the young Dylan Sage when you started kicked out the first jam? We did our first. Well, it's hard to say. Well, he sat in with the band on stage at a festival and he played a Hendrix song with us. Travel at the speed of a reborn man. Got a lot of love to give with no mirrors in my hand. Got a message of love, babe. Don't you run away. Look at your heart, baby. But face the truth today. First, and then you're two. Find yourself first, don't you be no fool. Can you dig it? That was the first song we ever played together. Still sounds pretty good. Missed the bass though. It was implied though. A little bit of that country Jim Hendrix. Message to love. Message to leve, as I like to say it in my ceaseless quest for the proper mispronunciation of everything and everyone. Is that weird? I don't think so. I think it needs to be explored at all times. Can you dig it? Are those the Fluence humbuckers? Asks Aaron Allen. You are correct, Aaron Allen. Did you detect a vibe? Yes, you did, my friend. That is actually on my signature Koch amplifier. That is the harmonic vibrato that is on board, which sounds like this. It's kind of a cool little riff that Jimmy does there. It's like you're barring across there at the 10th fret. And then I've got my pinky up there at the 13th fret on the B string and E string. It's going down a half step. That's other. That was just. Can you dig it? I am going straight into the amp. Straight into the amp. That's all that's in there. Can you dig it? Nice LP. Which model is that? This is a Wildwood Spec 57 from the custom shop, featherweight in sweet cherry. Sweet, sweet cherry. It was a VOS. I've damaged it further. Actually, a variety of different airlines have done that for me. I've got this road case, and it's pretty excellent, except for the fact that unless the TSA goes in your case to make sure that you're not smuggling contraband. And when they go in there, they loosen up where the guitars were, so they go crashing around, and this is what happens. What are you gonna do? It's the price of freedom. Am I right? So there you have it. You gotta be careful. Anything by Albert Collins. Oh, you're a naughty, naughty boy. That ain't the first cherry Greg has popped. You're dirty, Onion Ring. Hey, Onion Ring, you're dirty. There's a dirty man, his name is Onion Ring. One never knows what's going to happen.
Obviously shit.
One never knows what's going to happen. Enter the rats. Oh, we could do that. Then we'll go into the boogie afterward. Have mercy on my twisted soul. I'm going to switch over to the Tree 35 at this point in time. Can you hear everything okay out there? Is it rocking and a rolling? Any ideas when the small Greg amp will be out? Asked Steve. Yes, as a matter of fact, I talked to the Koch amplifier guys, emailed me and said they're working on some stuff to hopefully get out in the by the end of the year, hopefully. So there'll be some different things. Can you dig it? Yeah. John says, if any neighbors call Tosa's Finest, tell them you got about 70 fans out here properly socially distanced digging the hell out of this. Woo! Don't worry, they're all into it. My neighbors always say, turn it up. They say it's not loud enough. They want it louder. This is a 335. Yeah, the bass drum keeps moving, Spider. It does indeed. We need to get some kind of new legs on that doggone kick drum. This is a 63 reish. This was from Gibson, Memphis, actually. But of course, now all operations have been moved to Nashville, in the custom shop, I believe. Doggone it, it's a glorious weapon. I did have the Fishman Fluence pickups popped on this weapon as well. So this has the Fishman Fluence classic humbuckers, and there is the input jack for the power. You have to power them up. There's a lithium-ion battery that you power up, and then you get all the glorious things that come with the Fluence pickups. Watch the Leland Sklar channel. Yeah, he's been doing some cool stuff. He's been doing some cool videos talking about who he's all played with and stuff. It's pretty cool. What does Dylan think about the idiots who don't like Hawaiian pizza? You know what? Everyone is entitled to enjoy pizza that hits the spot for them, okay? We happen to like the Hawaiian incarnation here. We usually get one as a part of the mix. But my favorite pizza that I get is from Y East Pizza right down the street. We get something they have called the Ring of Fire. And it has sport peppers, bacon, thin layer cheese, and the best crust on the damn planet with a little drizzle of honey on it. I got to tell you what, folks, it's like crack. Not that I know what crack is all about, but certainly seems to have some of the addictive properties of crack. I'm way too guitar poor for that guitar, but it sounds good and looks great. Well, thank you very much. Did I ever rock Mississippi Queen? I never have. Mississippi Queen, you know what I mean. What else we got out there? Drizzle of Honey, Robert Plant's band. Exactly. Push, push, push. There was a crab rangoon pizza from the truck at Gearfest, and it was unreal. Boy, that sounds interesting. Peppers on a pizza, that'll make you sit in the creek. That's a fact. Colin says, Greg, good to see you're doing well. Wonder if you still remember the shop in New York where we helped me present a guitar I bought for my best friend last year. You're the best. Oh, well, thank you. Was that at, which shop in New York was that? Space Truck. So many requests. So many requests of jams. What year Strat has about the same neck profile as your Gristlemaster Black Fat neck? That is more similar to a November of 56 neck as far as October and November of 56 Strat. Can we hear Dylan speak? We need proof that he's not mute. That's weird. If you had a mic, you could hear it. Just say something, Dylan, for the kids.
Something. I don't have a microphone.
He doesn't have a microphone. I got one of those 63s, an historic burst. It was the serial number off of the one played with Greg in a Wildwood video. Excellent, Vinny. I like that kind of talk. Yeah.
Space trucking.
I don't know space trucking. What speakers are in my amp? They're Jensen Jets. Politician by Cream. I don't know Politician all the way through. Guess Dylan doesn't want to play it, so.
Space trucking.
I don't know space trucking.
Space trucking.
the groovy people. They're like the Milky Way so far. Got the music in the solar system. With space trucking round the star. Come on! That's the end of that. You need vice grips on your balls in order to sing that one. Ah! Come on! Come on! Come on! No. Yes. Steve Dorman, one of the tone controls are push-pull. See the Fishman website for... Yes. Can you play with your teeth? Yes, I can. It's 4 o'clock, right on the nibbity nub, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Ian Gillan was pretty tough to emulate. You know, back in the day, we used to do a Sweet Child in Time, and there was a time where I could actually hit those notes. I could do a pretty good heavy metal scream back in the day. However, those days are gone. Yes, Steve, there's a different, you can grab the tone controls and get different sounds with these pickups. So like for instance, on the bridge pickup, I can go between like a classic Seth Lover PAF to more that's something a little fatter. What I like about these pickups too is that you turn the volume down, you don't use any highs. So it just gets less loud. Funny. There you go. Can you dig it? All right. So that's the also the neck pickup has two different voices too. Here's the regular. Second voice sounds like this. Almost sounds like an arch top beat. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Does the color of a guitar affect the tone? I think it does, Kevin. Can you dig it? Questions out there. Favorite kind of fuzz? The fuzz there's a bunch of different fuzzes that I like to use. I like to use my buddy Tim Yarnig makes one called the F-Bomb 3. That's the sound of the fuzz going off. F-Bomb 3. I also like the Jam fuzz phrase that they have. It's got a picture of Slim Jim Hendrix on it. That's wicked. There was a pedal I bought years ago called BSM. It's a country, it's a company in Germany, BSM. And they have something called the Fuzz Bender. Why am I getting that whistle? That is so obnoxious. It is a Combination of a fuzz bender in one direction, you hit the toggle switch and it's a fuzz face. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. But I tell you what, the Dunlap, like the Joe Bonamassa fuzz, he gave me one of those. It sounded magnificent. And the Eric Johnson one, killer. The Jimmy one, killer. Poo, pow, pish. There's all kinds of great ones. Would like to see you load those digital pickups in a cheap guitar. Well, they're not digital pickups. They were conjured into the digital domain, but they are analog in action. In action, ladies and gentlemen, they are analog. Will the small Koch amp have the glorious tremolo? No, Leland, unfortunately it will not. That is one of the ways that they're going to cut costs and size, is to do one without the harmonic vibrato. Although there was some talk about putting it in a pedal that you could get. We shall see. Get a reverend to a guitar that looks like Richie Blackmore's wig. I don't think there's any company on earth that could replicate that glorious mop of Richie Blackmore's wig. That'd be a good name for a band. Richie Blackmore's wig tonight. Strange kind of comb over. What? Have you ever guessed it on other guys' records? Yeah, there's quite a few different records that I'm on of different folks. Played on Roscoe Beck's record. I played on my buddy Willie Porter's couple records. I just got done doing some sessions for a guy, a great songwriter from up north Wisconsin. I'm on there. I did a record with Roger Powell from Utopia. That's called Fossil Poets. I played on his record. Supposed to be on a Little Feat record, live record, but that track got cut. Thanks, guys. Anyway, that would have been nice. Greg Koch, Eric Gale's collaboration needs to happen. That would be fun. That would be good times. He's a good fella, and of course, an unbelievable axeman, musician. Yes. Can you dig it? Greg Koch, Small Head. That would be nice. Well, the head itself is coming out later this. I have one of the heads, but they're not going to be officially released until the fall. Everything got shut down, of course, due to COVID-19. You son of a bitch. Sorry, I'm just throwing a little shade on COVID-19. But that particular head will be out this fall for sure, and then the smaller combos will be out hopefully after that. Have other artists done your songs? A few. I mean, there was a blues guy from. Carmen Grillo did a tune of mine called "Come and Gone." He was a guitar player in Tower of Power. He did a cool version. That actually was the single off his record a couple years ago. Tune I wrote, "Come and Gone." And then there was a guy who did my tune "Too Broke." Who was that? The blues guy from Indianapolis. Help me out. I know you know who I'm talking about. Funny guy. Plays with a hat with a light on it. Why am I spacing his name? He's got a big old beard. Help me. Greg and Michael Lando. That was actually supposed to happen, Pete Clark. We had been talking about doing it. It just never has had a chance to happen yet. What are they going to call the smaller model of your amp? I think we were just going to call it like the Greg Jr. Right? Well, some of the tunes are harder than others, Wayne, for sure. Can you dig it? Not Andy Kaufman. Oh, Dick Betty, bam, lamb, whoa, Dick Betty, bam, lamb, bam, Betty. Have I ever played with Pete Anderson? No, but I'm certainly a fan of his. He's just fantastic. France one time. I've played in France a few times. We need to get back to France. We need to get to... I've never been to Spain, believe it or not. It's one of the only countries in the mainland Europe I have not been to. Can you show the train chord in Folsom Prison Blues? You savage beast. Got to do the volumes well. So if I'm an E, I've got octaves either. I got the D string there at the 14th fret. I got the tritone there on the G string at the 15th fret. I got the B string at the 14th fret. I got the E string at the 12th fret. And then I pre-bend that son of a gun, and I do a little volume swell. Oh, I love Grease. We'll be getting back there for show. What is the title of the last song you played on the Les Paul? Oh, that was, I think we did a version of that. That's a song called Enter the Rats from my organ trio record, the Koch Marshall Trio, Toby Arrives record. A song called Enter the Rats, followed by The Boogie of Doom. Do you record at home sometimes? Yes, we have started to do so. We've got some stuff that's actually sounds good. Do you have any summer hats? Jeff Benson, the hard-hitting questions. You must be a journalist. I'm going to ask the hard-hitting questions.
Tell them if they want drum tracks, hit me up.
If you want Dylan to do drum tracks, we can certainly do that here at Koch Residence. Send your delicious rock and roll to us, and for a nominal fee or an exorbitant fee. I don't know what he charges. He can put some what? A rapadubukiki? Do you ever play bass? Yes, Kevin. I just played a little bass on a jam that I put on Instagram. We had Dylan and I recorded something live, and then I overdubbed the bass part, and we filmed that part too. And I have a Guild Starfire 3, but thinking of trading it to an ES335. Boy, that's a tough one, Rosebud. That just, you have to make up your mind on that one. Depends what feels right. Have you thought of recording your vocal guitar imitations? Well, perhaps. Deacon, I've loved your playing and music for years. I hope to see. Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Am I a fan of Jerry Garcia's playing? I do. I've been a fan of his playing. I'm not a huge Dead fan, though. I got to be honest. But there's some Jerry's playing that I've dug. My favorite thing he ever did was the pedal steel part on Teach Your Children on the Crosby, Stills and Nash. That's just the most beautiful, simple but elegant pedal steel part anyone could ever play. I think it's perfect. Pope Greg, yes. Oh, I forgot about the hats. Do I have summer hats? No, I wear the same hats. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. I've got a friend named Paul, and I yell his name, 'cause he's my friend. Paul! Right? Just like that. Freddie Roulette, have you heard of him? I have not. Thank you very much, Cliff. I appreciate that. How about some Brian Setzer? Boy, you know what, folks? I mean, I understand. I'm a fan of various different folks, but most of the time I work on my own stuff. So the tunes you hear, I'm usually just pulling out of my backside because I don't play covers in my band. I play my own songs because that's what I always wanted to do. That's why I wrote in 300 and some odd damn tunes of vocals and instrumentals. But like, for instance, someone says play some Brian Setzer, I might go, oh, I remember he did that version. Wrong chords, yes. That's what he does. It's C6-9, G minor, or A minor 7. To this is the money shot. It's F minor 9. And then these. So it's like a G flat 9, 13, but you can take that up and down minor 3rd. Something like that, right? The bridge is, yes, it goes so on and so forth. Favorite Roy Buchanan song or riff? Boy, that's hard to say. There's so many good ones, but you know. You know what I mean? That's a good one. All right, folks, it's about that time. Thanks so much for sticking around and hanging out with us here for the Wildwood live stream on Gibsione Day. I only have 2 Gibsons in the arsenal these days. This I got at both of them I got at Wildwood. So this is a 63 reissue. It was a 50th anniversary. And then I have this Wildwood Spec 57 featherweight. Can you dig it? A few words in French. I don't really know. Bonsoir. I guess that's it. That's all I got. D'accord. That's it. Ouais. Can you dig it? All right, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you cats on the flippity and the doggone floppity.